Have you noticed that some of the cheapest items in the grocery store are quietly becoming some of the hardest to keep on the shelves? While many retirees focus on fresh foods and weekly shopping trips, preparedness experts are paying attention to something very different. Canned foods that last for years, deliver serious nutrition, and tend to disappear first whenever supply problems, storms, or sudden price spikes hit the headlines. Most shoppers haven't noticed the pattern. Certain canned staples are being purchased faster, stocked deeper, and treated almost like insurance policies for the pantry. But which foods actually deserve a permanent place on your shelf, and which ones are just taking up space? Why are experienced emergency planners choosing specific canned items over others? And what happens if a winter storm, power outage, transportation disruption, or unexpected emergency leaves stores picked over for days? For retirees, the stakes can be even higher. Limited mobility, medication schedules, and fixed incomes make having dependable food at home more important than ever. The good news is that building a smart survival pantry doesn't require expensive freeze-dried meals or a basement full of supplies. Today, we're revealing 9 canned foods every retiree should consider stockpiling, the surprising reasons they're so valuable, and how these simple pantry staples can provide comfort, nutrition, and peace of mind when everyday shopping suddenly becomes much more difficult. Let's start with the foundation of any survival diet: protein. But not just any protein. We are talking about canned chicken or turkey. Now, you might be thinking, I can just buy fresh chicken. And you're right when things are normal. But when power outages strike, or when supply trucks are delayed, fresh meat becomes a liability. It spoils quickly. Canned poultry, however, is cooked, sealed, and sterile. It can sit on your shelf for 2 to 5 years without losing its safety profile. Why does this matter specifically for retirees? Because maintaining muscle mass is critical as we age. Sarcopenia, the natural loss of muscle tissue, accelerates after 60. Without adequate protein, balance suffers, and the risk of falls increases. A can of chicken provides a complete protein source that requires 0 cooking. You can eat it cold, mix it with crackers, or warm it up if you have a stove. It is the ultimate insurance policy for your physical independence. But there is a common mistake here. Many people buy cheap processed poultry products that are loaded with sodium and fillers. That defeats the purpose. High sodium can raise blood pressure, a concern for many in our demographic. The smart move is to look for cans labeled low sodium or no salt added, packed in water rather than broth. If you only have regular sodium versions, simply rinse the meat under water before eating. This simple step can remove up to 40% of the excess salt. This brings us to an important realization. Preparedness is not just about having food, it's about having appropriate food. As we age, our kidneys become less efficient at filtering excess sodium. So, while you are building your stockpile, think of it as building a health reserve, not just a calorie reserve. Now, protein is essential, but it needs a partner to create a satisfying, energy-sustaining meal. That partner is often misunderstood. Number 2 on our list is canned beans, specifically black beans, kidney beans, or chickpeas. Beans are the unsung heroes of the survival pantry. They are inexpensive, incredibly dense in fiber, and provide a slow-release energy that keeps blood sugar stable. For seniors managing diabetes or prediabetes, this is invaluable. Unlike white bread or sugary snacks that cause energy spikes and crashes, beans provide a steady fuel source. Here is the curiosity hook. Did you know that canned beans are actually more digestible than dried beans you cook yourself? It sounds counterintuitive, but the canning process breaks down some of the complex sugars that cause gas and bloating. For seniors with sensitive digestive systems, this is a major benefit. You get the nutrition without the discomfort. However, there is a trap. Many canned beans come in heavy syrups or excessive salt brines. Again, the label is your best friend. Look for no salt added varieties. If you can't find them, the rinse rule applies here too. Rinsing canned beans removes significant amounts of sodium and the starchy liquid that can cause digestive upset. Practical tip: keep a manual can opener in your pantry. Electric openers are convenient, but if the power goes out, they are useless. A sturdy, easy-grip manual opener is a small investment that ensures access to your food supply regardless of the grid status. Also, consider buying beans with pull-tab lids if you have arthritis or limited hand strength. Accessibility is part of preparedness. Now, we have protein and fiber. But what about the vitamins and minerals that keep your immune system functioning and your eyes sharp? This leads us to number 3, the item I teased earlier. It is canned salmon, not tuna, salmon. Most people stockpile tuna. It's cheaper and more common. But salmon offers something tuna doesn't: high levels of vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acids. Why is this critical for retirees? Vitamin D deficiency is rampant among older adults, especially those who spend more time indoors. Vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption. Without it, your bones become brittle. Osteoporosis isn't just a diagnosis, it's a life-altering condition that limits mobility. Furthermore, omega-3s are powerful anti-inflammatories. They support brain health, potentially slowing cognitive decline, and they protect heart health. A single serving of canned salmon can provide your entire daily requirement of vitamin D. It is a multivitamin in a can. The mistake people make here is ignoring the bones. In canned salmon, the bones are soft and edible. They are the primary source of the calcium. Many people pick them out, throwing away the very nutrient they need. If you are hesitant, mash the salmon thoroughly. The bones dissolve into the texture, providing a calcium boost without a chalky taste. If you truly cannot handle the texture, look for boneless, skinless options. But be aware you are losing that calcium benefit. You would then need to supplement calcium elsewhere in your diet. This highlights a key theme: efficiency. In a crisis, or even just during a busy week, you want foods that do double duty. Salmon provides protein, healthy fats, vitamin D, and calcium. That is 4 major nutritional bases covered in one tin. It is a powerhouse. But even a powerhouse needs energy. And not just any energy, long-lasting, reliable fuel. This brings us to number 4, canned tomatoes. Whether diced, crushed, or whole, tomatoes are the backbone of countless meals. But beyond their culinary versatility, they are rich in lycopene. Lycopene is an antioxidant that has been linked to reduced risk of heart disease and certain cancers. Interestingly, the canning process actually makes lycopene more bioavailable than in fresh tomatoes. Heat breaks down the cell walls, releasing the nutrient so your body can absorb it better. For retirees, this is a subtle but powerful advantage. You are getting more nutritional value from the canned version than the fresh one sitting in your crisper drawer. Tomatoes also add acidity and flavor to bland diets. As we age, our sense of taste can diminish. Food can start to taste like cardboard. The bright, acidic punch of canned tomatoes can revive appetite, ensuring you eat enough to maintain your strength. The practical application? Use them as a base. Mix canned chicken, beans, and tomatoes, and you have a hearty stew. Add some rice, and you have a complete meal. It requires minimal effort and maximum nutrition. Just be mindful of the sodium content in tomato products, which can be surprisingly high. Opt for no salt added and season with herbs you have stored, like dried basil or oregano. Now, let's talk about comfort. Preparedness isn't just about survival, it's about morale. When stress is high, familiar comforts provide psychological stability. This is where number 5 comes in: canned fruit. Specifically, peaches, pears, or fruit cocktail. Why fruit? Because it provides quick energy and hydration. Canned fruit is packed in juice or syrup. While syrup adds sugar, the juice packs offer a natural sweetness and vital fluids. Dehydration is a silent danger for seniors. Our thirst mechanism becomes less sensitive as we age. We often don't feel thirsty until we are already dehydrated. Eating canned fruit contributes to your daily fluid intake while providing vitamins like vitamin C, which supports immune function and skin health. The mistake here is choosing heavy syrup over light syrup or juice. Heavy syrup is essentially candy water. It spikes blood sugar without offering much nutritional return. Stick to fruit packed in its own juice or water. It's cleaner, healthier, and still delivers that comforting sweetness. There is also a practical aspect: ease of chewing. For those with dental issues or dentures, fresh apples or hard pears can be difficult. Canned fruit is soft, easy to eat, and requires no preparation. It is a dignified, simple way to enjoy a treat without struggle. Keep a variety on hand. Rotation prevents palate fatigue. If you only have peaches for 6 months, you will tire of them. Mix in pears, mandarin oranges, and pineapple. Moving from sweet to savory, we encounter number 6, canned soups. But not just any soup. We are looking for high-quality, nutrient-dense soups like lentil, minestrone, or chicken noodle. Soup is the ultimate comfort food, but in a survival context, it is also a hydration tool. Many retirees live alone. Cooking a large pot of soup for one person is inefficient. It leads to waste or eating the same thing for days. Canned soups provide portion-controlled meals. They are ready to heat and eat. But here is the critical filter: sodium. Soup is notoriously salty. Some cans contain over half your daily recommended sodium limit. The smart preparation tip is to dilute. If you have access to water, mix the canned soup with an equal part of water or unsalted broth. This cuts the sodium in half and stretches the meal further. It also makes it easier to digest. Look for soups that list vegetables and proteins as the first ingredients, not water or salt. You want substance, not just flavored water. Another angle is temperature. In a cold weather emergency, a hot meal raises your core body temperature and boosts morale significantly. Cold rations are functional, but hot food is healing. Ensure you have a way to heat these soups: a camp stove, a propane burner, or even a candle warmer if necessary. The ability to have a hot meal is a profound psychological boost during stressful times. Now, let's address a staple that often gets overlooked in favor of flashier items. Number 7 is canned corn. It seems basic, almost too simple. But corn is a dense source of carbohydrates and fiber. It provides the energy needed for daily activities. More importantly, it is universally liked. In a household with grandchildren visiting, or if you are sharing supplies with neighbors, corn is a safe, non-controversial food. But there is a deeper reason to stock corn. It is rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants that accumulate in the retina of the eye. These nutrients help filter harmful blue light and protect against macular degeneration, a leading cause of vision loss in older adults. Protecting your vision is protecting your independence. If you can't see, you can't cook, you can't read labels, you can't navigate your home safely. Corn is eye food. The common mistake is ignoring the liquid. The liquid in canned corn contains nutrients leached from the kernels. If you are making a soup or stew, pour the whole can in. Don't drain it unless you are specifically watching potassium levels due to kidney issues. Otherwise, that liquid is free nutrition. We are nearing the end of our list, but the next two items are crucial for rounding out your nutritional profile. Number 8 is canned spinach or mixed greens. Vegetables are often the first thing to disappear from fresh supplies because they wilt quickly. Canned greens, however, last for years. Spinach is packed with iron, magnesium, and vitamin K. Iron prevents anemia, which causes fatigue and weakness. Magnesium supports muscle function and sleep quality. Vitamin K is essential for blood clotting and bone health. For seniors, these micronutrients are the invisible scaffolding that holds everything together. The challenge with canned spinach is the texture and taste. It can be mushy and metallic. The solution is seasoning. Do not eat it plain. Mix it with your canned chicken or beans. Add garlic powder, onion powder, or a dash of vinegar to cut the metallic taste. Transform it from a chore into a component of a flavorful dish. Also, be aware of oxalates. Spinach is high in oxalates, which can contribute to kidney stones in susceptible individuals. If you have a history of kidney stones, rotate your greens. Use canned kale or collard greens instead. They offer similar benefits with lower oxalate levels. Diversity in your pantry mirrors diversity in your health strategy. Finally, number 9, the item that ties everything together: canned milk, specifically evaporated or powdered milk. Wait, powdered isn't canned, but evaporated is. Let's focus on evaporated milk. Why milk? Calcium and vitamin D again, but also versatility. Evaporated milk is creamier than regular milk because 60% of the water has been removed. It can be reconstituted with water to make drinking milk or used directly in cooking to add richness. It turns a bland bean stew into a creamy chowder. It makes coffee palatable when fresh cream is gone. For seniors, calcium is non-negotiable. But many people are lactose intolerant. If that's you, look for lactose-free evaporated milk options, or consider canned coconut milk as an alternative fat source, though it lacks the calcium. The key is having a dairy or dairy alternative source that doesn't require refrigeration until opened. The mistake here is forgetting to rotate. Evaporated milk has a shorter shelf life than beans or chicken, typically around 1 to 2 years. Check the dates. Use the oldest cans in your regular cooking before they expire and replace them with fresh ones. This is called first in, first out. It ensures your stockpile is always fresh and ready. Now let's pause and look at the big picture. We have covered protein, fiber, healthy fats, vitamins, hydration, comfort, energy, eye health, micronutrients, and calcium. These 9 items form a complete nutritional net. They catch the gaps that fresh food leaves when it's unavailable. But having the food is only half the battle. How you store it matters. Heat and light are the enemies of canned goods. Store your pantry in a cool, dark place. A closet interior wall is better than a garage that freezes in winter and bakes in summer. Extreme temperatures can compromise the seals and degrade the nutrients. Also, organize by category. Keep your proteins together, your vegetables together. This saves time and mental energy when you are stressed. Label your shelves if necessary. Use a marker to write the purchase date on the top of each can. It takes seconds and saves hours of guessing later. Let's address a myth. Many people believe canned food lasts forever. It doesn't. While it remains safe to eat long after the best buy date if the can is intact, the quality degrades. The texture becomes mushy, the color fades, and the nutritional value drops. Aim to consume your stockpile within 2 to 5 years. Treat it as a rotating library of food, not a museum exhibit. Another myth is that you need hundreds of cans to be prepared. You don't. Start small. Buy 2 extra cans of each of these 9 items every time you go shopping. In 3 months, you will have a substantial buffer. In 6 months, you will have a robust pantry. Consistency beats intensity. Small, manageable steps build lasting resilience. Think about your specific health needs. If you have diabetes, prioritize low glycemic items like beans and salmon. If you have heart issues, be vigilant about sodium. If you have dental issues, prioritize soft foods like soups and fruits. Your pantry should be a reflection of your body's requirements. One size does not fit all. Consider your caregivers. If you have family members who help you, show them your pantry. Explain where things are. In an emergency, they may need to access your supplies quickly. Clear labeling and organization help them help you. It reduces their stress and ensures you get the right food. Let's reflect on the emotional side of this. Preparing isn't about fear. It's about love. Love for yourself, for your independence, for your family who worries about you. When you know you are fed, you sleep better. You think clearer. You are more present in your daily life. Anxiety drains energy. Preparedness conserves it. History shows us that disruptions happen. Storms, strikes, pandemics, economic shifts. They are part of the human experience. We cannot control the external world, but we can control our internal readiness. By taking these small steps, you reclaim a sense of agency. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a planner. So what is your next step? Do not try to buy all 9 items today. That is overwhelming. Pick one. Maybe it's the salmon for your bones. Maybe it's the beans for your energy. Go to the store this week and buy 3 cans of that item. Put them in a dedicated box. Next week, pick another. Build your fortress brick by brick. Check your current pantry. Look at the expiration dates. Throw out anything bulging, rusted, or leaking. Safety first. Then, assess what you already have. You might be surprised to find you already have half of this list. Fill in the gaps. Remember the rinse rule. It is the simplest way to make canned food healthier. Remember the manual opener. It is the key to access. Remember the rotation. It keeps your food fresh. These small habits compound into significant security. As we age, our world can shrink. Mobility issues, health concerns, financial constraints. But your pantry can be a place of expansion. It represents choice. It represents options. When the outside world is chaotic, your pantry is orderly. When resources are scarce, your pantry is abundant. It is a sanctuary of stability. Each of these serves a specific purpose in keeping you strong, independent, and healthy. They are not just food, they are tools for living well. Do not let the magnitude of preparedness paralyze you. Start with 1 can, then another. Build your confidence along with your stockpile. You have lived through decades of change. You have resilience in your bones. This is just one more way to honor that resilience. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing for more practical tips on healthy aging, preparedness, and everyday resilience. We explore topics that matter to your independence and peace of mind without the hype. Share this video with a friend or family member who might benefit from these insights. Together, we can build a community of prepared, confident seniors. Thank you for investing your time in your future self. Stay safe, stay prepared, and stay independent.